This video is not for the sensitive hoes. The ones who can't take anyone else's opinions except for their own. If you can't have a mature conversation, then darling, this video is not for you. You will be blocked immediately. Now remember to keep it cute, keep it mute, or get the boot. Now preparing to nanny port to Nina's Rawview. In 3, 2, 1.
Give it back! No, I get first dibs. Ugh! You let it go, you low-budget JJ from Good Times looking sucker. Well, if I'm JJ, then you look like a cracked-out Thelma. Dynamite! Ugh. Oh, no, he didn't. And aren't you a little too old to be playing with video games anyway? And aren't you a little too old to be dressed like Bozo the Clown? It's mine. Mine's. It's mine. Mine's. 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 Oh. Well, that's why you're a 40-year-old that still stays with your mama. And if I'm 40, what does that make you? Oh, true. I am a part of you, so technically I stay with your mama too. Duh. You know what? This is just silly. I'm part of you. You are part of me. Let's just work together and play it together as one. Okay, I can agree with that. I hate it when we argue, Pierre. Same. How about we hug it out? Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, cow. It tastes like fish. Oh, cow. Well, hello guys. I'm back for another quick Rawview. This is unexpected. Ignore the background, ignore all the mess. But we are here for a unboxing video of the PSVR 2. Oh, you saw at the beginning of the video. Yeah, We came to an agreement. I will open the box and then I'll let Pierre play it. But yes, if you are new to this channel, you happen to come around because it's gaming. This is a channel. I am a drag queen. I'm a makeup artist. I'm an entertainer. Don't get yourself blocked saying the wrong things. But if you're a gamer, you're a gamer. We should all just game together and get along. And if not, you'll be blocked and chopped immediately. But yet, I ordered my PSVR 2 whenever it first went up to be ordered. And I was hoping it would have came a little extra early, and it didn't. It came on the day, but it came earlier in the morning, though. It said around 7 p.m. It came in the morning, so that's good. Does anybody out there know how to get, like, on PR for PlayStation? I was trying to get one free, okay? But yeah, I'm going to do the unboxing, and then... Ooh, and then that. And then we will discuss a few of the specs and things and do some gameplay, but not tonight. I am not putting that on my face with all that makeup. No, I'm trying to keep my PSVR 2 as clean as long as possible. So let's get to the unboxing. I'm going to open this first. I already know this is not the PSVR 2. That's fine. This is going to be the PSVR 2 charging station. And just while I'm doing all this unboxing, I have the very first PSVR 1. I am a person who does happen to like VR, you know, and luckily I don't really experience like motion sickness and stuff. And I like that because, you know, I love doing things like Universal Studios and, you know, those parks that have all those like interactive 3D kind of rides. I love that. So that kind of, I think, built my love for VR. And the PlayStation VR, the first one, it wasn't the best. Those of y'all remember all the wires and things you had to just, the breaker box in order to play was a headache. Like by the time you set it up, you didn't want to play anymore or hook it up again. But it had some fun, some of my favorite games were like the demos, to be honest, like PSVR Worlds. Like, I very first experienced that at GameStop before the pandemic, back when they had demos and things. Because they didn't have a demo this time for the PSVR 2. And I remember just playing like the shark game. Amazing. And having my parents play it and friends play it and seeing them scared, I love it. The best part about VR is scaring your friends. And unfortunately, because this PSVR 2 has so many different specs to it now, these games aren't backwards compatible. So all the games you bought for the first one, you pretty much can't use them until those gaming companies choose to do a patch for them. So I'm hoping for a patch for PSVR Worlds, and I'm definitely hoping for a patch for Resident Evil Biohazard 7. That was one of my best VR experiences. It was a whole AAA game, and it was scary as nothing can beat the first time with Mia coming up those stairs and scaring the heck out of me. Anyway, so that's this. You see it? Excuse the lighting. You know, I don't have the best lighting situation going on, but you know, this is why we call it Rawview, because you're getting it raw. Oh, I was trying to open the box pretty. Never mind. At this point, I definitely cannot be a professional unboxer. I can't. So I saw that on Amazon, somebody, like not a third-party person, made a charging station for the head and for the controllers at the same time. But I'll see how the reviews do for that. Right now, I just trust Sony, so I have my Sony portable charger. I like this. Look, it's very futuristic. I love how it feels. Like, it really feels premium. It really does. Like, it feels really premium. Oh. Well, so much for the premium for USB parts right here. I have to figure out how that works in a second. And of course, your instructions. I want to say this costs $49. And then of course, a cord for charging. Now, the big boy. Okay, I must say, this box is smaller than I thought. I really thought, because the first one was big, I thought it was going to be longer. I'm like, this is it? I'm excited. Okay, let's try to open this box nice. And how many of you actually out there get motion sickness? Like, could y'all handle VR? I feel bad for those who can't. But they do have like pills you can take. So, you know, okay, this is already torn. I didn't do this. Oh, and I will say, speaking of getting motion sickness, I did buy the Quest 2 just to try it from Walmart. And it's cute for what it is, right? I know if you have a PC, you can tether it and make it play better. But it was just the quality for me. First off, for me, the headset is uncomfortable. It's so tight on your face. You can buy Elite straps and all that, but it's tight. My forehead kind of hurt. And I did get a little queasy playing certain things. And I did play Resident Evil 4 on there. That was kind of cool. But I think the Quest 2, people like it because it's mobile. You don't need a wire for it. I personally don't mind one wire. Especially if it's just one wire that's going to go to the PS5 and give it more graphical power. I'm all for it. So, you know, to each his own. Wow, it's really small. I'm so excited. I bought the bundle. Of course, I'm extra. I bought the bundle with the Horizon Dawn, Call of the Mountain, and I'm so excited. I have been waiting for this, y'all. Like, I'm getting like chills, kind of. I've been waiting for this. Like, I am so like, I'm happy. I've been wanting something different, something exciting, you know, besides, the typical kind of like flat screen game. I'm like it feels like something new. And the cool thing is this time around, it's going to be where you can play with people and play with friends on certain games. But none of my friends have any money, so what are you going to do? And I know I'm doing a lot of talking, but you know, I know some people like to get straight to the point. They want to watch an unboxing, that's it. But this is how I do on my channel. So they made it where the box, you can use it as a charging or as a holding station for your headset. I'm going to have to tear this off. It's really snug. Oh, it's snug. That was really on there. It has some logos on the box, the PlayStation symbols. Nothing much to show. Damn, that lighting got me looking black. Y'all didn't know? I'm really a white woman. So right up top, we have a Horizon downloadable, for a pen, for a code. The PSVR 2 manual. Some kind of cable. Not sure what it is just yet. Oh, the earbuds. Oh, I love how this feels inside. I think it's made of sugar cane or something. Let's pull out the controllers first. Let's do the controllers. Ooh. I'm excited! Okay, can I figure out which one's the right, which one's the left? Okay. Well, it's over. So you can tell if it's right or left because it has the right, you know, trigger button right here. And then the left one is right here. Not sure if it's going to pick up on the camera. Pew, 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 pew. You know, I've seen some people saying that this button was like hard to press down because it has haptic feedback on it, but it's not hard to me. These buttons right here are a little more stern, and I think they said on a few games you have to hold these down. I can't believe I'm actually holding this, y'all. Finally, I can't believe it. I'm finally holding this. I'm trying to see, like, they're not heavy. They feel pretty good. They feel good. I like these. I did like the Quest 2s as well, but these are just very cool and like futuristic or something. Let's see how they look in the charging station. What in the technology? I'm going to figure this out. Let's try this now. This goes like that. So you're going to put, oh. So these little tiny, I hope the camera's picking it up. These little tiny USB things are going to go right in here. Yep, in the little charging port. It snaps in, and then, let's see. Oh, don't do that. I may want to read this. Reading is fundamental. Okay, scratch what I said earlier. Put these in first. They're interchangeable, so it doesn't matter which side goes on which side. These are going to be easy to lose. No shade, no tea. Be careful with it. They're going to be easy to lose. Geek Squad, hire me. Okay, see, y'all, it's easier to do this if you put the part in first, from my experience, and then putting it on. When you have it right, it should be like that in the front, with the analog sticks in the back. Back to the big boy. The final thing. Okay. Here's the one cord that everybody's mad about. The cord is heavy. Ooh. Okay, since it's late, I'm going to let Pierre handle the rest of this. And I have to get out of this. Thank you, guys. Okay, guys, welcome back. It's me, Pierre. And I am back. Sorry y'all had to deal with that queen. Boy, whatever. I said it. But we are back. So I yet to have played this. Mind you, I got this on the day it released. It's now, is that Saturday? Let's see. Or Friday. And the old me, I would have put work to the side, responsibility to the side, and just played. But I haven't had the time to play it yet. So I want to speak more about some of the specs. I'm not a spec genius. I'm not a spec nerd. So I like to say things in a way that us common people can understand. But I will go over specs. I do want to compare the weight differences of this and the old PSVR. Then of course I'm gonna play some games and see how it works, and then come back and like give my honest, complete review on it. So let's get right to the specs. I'm gonna be reading from my phone so I can sound a little professional. So, and if y'all hear noise in the house, look, I stay with people. You're gonna hear a washing machine, you're gonna hear a dog barking. I apologize for that. But the PSVR 2 display method, OLED, a lot of people are now into the pancake lenses, which, for example, I told y'all, the minute I start talking. When I tell y'all that phone legit has not rung in days until I decide to record. Anyway, a lot of people are now into the pancake lenses, which I guess they're better technically for bigger visuals. They don't really handle the lighting good as far as like for HDR, the darkness and the brightness as OLED does. So each have their up and downs, but yes, the industry is moving towards the pancake lenses. Like Pico has it. I want to say even the new Quest Pro has it. So some people think Sony's behind with using OLED, but OLED has its advantages. Per eye, you're going to be getting, they say 4K, to sell it, but it's not like 4K for each eye. It's like 2000 per eye. And then they have a refresh rate of 90 hertz and 120 hertz. I technically am still learning what all that means, but I guess it just means that for us common folks, that it pretty much just runs smoother, at a smoother frame rate. But I have been hearing that people running it at like 120 or so have been seeing a little bit of, jittering or certain kind of things going on. But also a lot of people who are reviewing these headsets, they are like way into VR and they've tried all the most expensive ones. So they're looking for things that are wrong. To somebody who's just playing it for fun, you might not notice certain things that they call mura, like certain like distortion of like lighting, or like when you're looking at words, you might see a little bit of like glare. And I know the first one had its kind of screen door, a lot of screen door. I've been hearing that this one isn't that bad with screen door effect. I hope not. I have to see for myself. And plus, I think also some people that are saying that it's been blurry for them so far, maybe y'all just aren't finding that right sweet spot, because this is supposed to have a sweet spot where you have to like really adjust your eyes. The cool thing is this thing has a thing foveated rendering, and it has where it's gonna like find your eye adjustment. And once you get that right and you have it in your head situated, this is supposed to be crystal clear once you find that sweet spot, So maybe a lot of people need to get their eyes checked, because I know my eyes are not that good anymore. So maybe you're having blurriness because maybe you need to get your vision checked as well. But definitely wear your glasses. I'm going to test the glasses on and put it on and see how they feel, but I've been hearing that it's comfortable. But back to this, the field of view is 110 degrees. The original PSVR had 100 field of view, so any more field of view added is welcomed. It has 4 embedded cameras, which right here you see in the front. And the PSVR 1, hard to tell, but I don't think there was any cameras in the front like that. Maybe on the sides, I guess. There's vibration in the headset. The first one didn't have it. I don't think any other headset, has vibration going on in the headset like how the controllers have. So all of that sounds nice, And when you look and think back to the PSVR 1 specs, it was, 1080 per eye. So it didn't get to 4K. And it really didn't have too much to it except a bunch of wires, which were ridiculous. And just to compare it to, like, let's say the Oculus Quest 2. Once again, people love it because it's standalone, you don't need a wire. But like that runs off like a mobile chip, right? The Qualcomm Snapdragon 865 processor. But per eye, it was 1832 by 1920 resolution with a refresh rate up to 90 hertz. So this can go to 120 hertz, allegedly. And I said earlier, I played the Quest 2. I had it. It was okay. It was definitely better than the PSVR 1, in my opinion, as far as like a little more clarity, but it wasn't that clear. It wasn't that great for me. You know, like I said, I don't mind a wire because if it's going to mean that it's going to play off the power of the PS5, one wire is okay. Let's say something, comparing it to something of like the HP Reverb G2, which is like high-end PC expensive headset. So the display for that is an LCD panel, and this is 2160 per eye. Then it also says 1832, 1920 per eye. Not sure what's going on with that, but it's supposed to have like some, I guess, technically more resolution than this. It goes to 90 hertz, not to 120. And it has 4 tracking cameras as well. But from what I know is that this has a lot more specs to this than of a high-end PC. That doesn't mean it's technically better, but it does have a lot more than what these high-ends are offering for so much more money. And that's another thing people have been complaining, like everybody's complaints is, it's too much money. Look, back in the day before I got on Drag Race and everything, I would have said the same thing, but maybe because I'm a little blessed at the moment and I'm able to afford some of these things, especially electronics. I love electronics. I'm not a big clothes person or anything. And I know paying for that first one, I bought the bundle, or did I buy the bundle? But that was pricey at the time too. It was close to $500, and it didn't include any controllers. It didn't include the cameras. It didn't include a game. Well, no, technically I take that back. It had the demo. I believe it had the demo for PSVR Worlds, which I wish this had the demo for PSVR Worlds because I love that dang demo. But so this being, I bought the bundle. I want to say it's $579, came to $600 or so with Horizon, and it comes with the controllers. You don't need a camera. So technically, this is cheaper in my opinion than buying the first one, and the Oculus 2 is not that much cheaper. It's like already about close to $400. And you have to buy, if you want to be comfortable, an Elite strap and all these different things as well. So in general, VR is kind of pricey. But once again, for all the tech you're getting with this, I think it's going to be worth the money. But let's try this on for the first time. You know what? Let me see. Technically, they kind of feel the same weight, but this does feel a little lighter. And probably because this cord on here is so thick. But I will say, this does feel lighter. Let's try it on my head. You know what? Before I try it on my head, because Chucky has a big old head. Let's see, can this fit his big old nugget head? He's the first one trying on my PSVR 2. I'm jealous. So you want to push this button in the back and then pull back. Pull this forward. Pull back. And then you also tighten it from the thing in the back. Hey Chucky, how does it feel?
It feels like your mother.
Let's see, can he fit these controllers too? I cannot. I think he's ready to game. That's enough, mister. That's enough. Did you like that?
Kiss my ass.
Yeah. Let me try it on myself. Let's see. Oh. It used to be, I could have sworn this button used to be like, I don't know, on the side or underneath. But now it's up here, and you just push it back to get it as close to your eyes as possible. So you don't have too much light leakage. I can say I can see a little bit of light right here. And maybe because like it doesn't rest on my nose like all the way. But it's comfortable. You know how people be like, oh my God, I don't feel, some people are like, I feel like it's not even on. No, you can definitely know that something's on your face. But the different rings are definitely different. Let's try it with my glasses on. So putting on my glasses, which are kind of blurry, but it's fine. Let's see. Oh, they're great. They are great. Seriously? Yeah, these are great. My glasses aren't being bothered at all. Literally at all. So for all my glasses wearers out there, this is a good headset for you. So I'm someone who gets really oily. Like really oily. And then after a while, all that oil can like you know, deteriorate the product that this is built with. But hopefully not. Let me try to put these headphones in too really quick. I do have Pulse 3D headphones. We'll see. But for all my people out there that have owned the PlayStation 3D Pulse headphones, have y'all been having issues? Because I had this my second one, I believe, where maybe I have oily ears. The material around the, you know, the headphone part starts to come off and slip off. It's annoying and it's expensive to falling apart like that. The sound is awesome, but the material, the quality could be a little better, PlayStation, honestly. So there's a little jack right here. Put this in. There you go. And then it's a little hose that this goes into. Hey, they thought about that. Put that right there in the little hole, and there you go. Your headphones are just hanging and banging. So what I'm gonna do now is try it on. I hope I can screen record within the thing so I can put it on here for y'all. And we'll see what happens. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and my camera does not zoom out enough. It needs a bigger lens so y'all can see everything. But I'm gonna turn on my PlayStation. Does anybody out there own this PlayStation remote control? I swear when it first came out, I was buying all the hype and buying everything PS5, and I never use it. I'm gonna also see, can I try to stream it live on YouTube? I bought a few games. I have Gran Turismo 7, Star Wars Tales of the Galaxy Edge, Moss Book 2. I tried playing the first one on the first PlayStation, but it was too blurry. Kayak Mirage, Cosmonious High, because it reminds me of like Job Simulator. I already have Resident Evil Village, so I'm going to play that. And then I have Horizon Call of the Mountain. So I have a few games to keep me interested. My fans want to see me play Resident Evil first, so I guess I'll do that instead of Horizon, even though that should be the first game I play. Another gripe I have with the PlayStation is that, you know, it doesn't have enough USB slots. And I did buy a USB slot extender to have multiple ports. Now I can't find it when I need it. I like charging my controller while I game. I'm that kind of person. I'm in the middle of playing Hogwarts. It's okay. I'm not a big Harry Potter fan, but you know, when you have a PS5, there's not much games to play for myself, so I just play anything because I need something to play. Okay, let's hook this mama up. Okay, I'm gonna press power. It just vibrated. That's cool. Get started. Get ready for an immersive gaming experience with PlayStation VR 2. Okay, get started. Okay, now press the function button. So underneath here you have the function button, power button, and the speaker. You might accidentally press the power button, but just know the power button is in the middle and the function is right beside it. So the function button is more of a little circle. Be the health, Who cares about health? Check the brightness of your room using the camera on your VR headset. Brightness check complete. I'm going in, y'all. Right now for me it is blurry. To make sure you can see the screen clearly, I'm barely trying to read this. Adjust the lens distance so that your eyes are proportionate in the middle. The bad thing is this thing doesn't have something where it remembers your IPD, so you have to always do this, I believe. Oh, it has, you can see the little right symbol above it and left above this. And follow the red dot just with your eyes. Okay, here goes the eye, I think foveated rendering. It's now on a white screen with a dot. It's like being at a doctor's office. Oh, I can see my little eyes in here. Oh my god. It's following all my blinking. Okay, start scanning. It's gonna scan the area that I'm in. Everything is blue. This is cool. I will say this part of how this sets up reminds me of the Oculus. There's this weird glare on my left side of my eye. Okay, see, I'm noticing the foveated rendering. When I'm looking at a certain object, it's crystal clear, but around the things around it is more blurry. Pretty small sweet spot, but now I get it. Cool. And I press this button to see what I'm doing. Oh, that's cute. come on with this play area stuff, man.
Pick an ID. Any will do.
Wow. Where's Quill? Hey, Quill! Oh my God, you're so cute! If y'all can hear me, I'm playing Gran Turismo 7 for a little bit. Okay, I am a sweaty, greasy, oily mess. I am exhausted. Okay, now, if you are going to get into VR, take breaks, don't keep going. But I was really trying to play all the games just so I can give my honest review. So I can say I was feeling a little, not nauseous, but I could feel it, you know, the stomach maybe a little bit, you know, after a while. And I was getting hot. I am wearing a sweatshirt at that. I did start feeling a lot of pressure up here. Okay, I have some mostly bad news and maybe a little good. So, okay, let me just say, I'm not blown away, unfortunately. And now I'm starting to think, like, these people that be saying all the praises, I know most of them they're not sponsored by YouTube. Maybe I'm just, like, hard to impress. But coming from the PSVR 1 and playing the Oculus 2 and then this, I'm not that wowed, unfortunately. And I was seeing some people's comments about blurriness, and I'm like, oh, y'all, whatever, y'all just hating. And playing it, there is still that blurriness. Like, yes, once you find the little sweet spot, it's okay looking at that certain part. But literally, it's so small, and everything else is just blurry. And even sometimes when I was looking right at something or an object or a person, they were still blurry. And I did see some screen door. I did. It may not be a lot of screen door like the original one, but it's definitely there. You can definitely see it in most games. So let me just start with the games I did play. So I'm not going to really go in order. Resident Evil Village. Resident Evil is one of my favorite games, right? And playing Biohazard on the first one was awesome. But I was already used that the graphics weren't that great anyway. Being that we're in 2023, I was expected to be blown away. I will say there are certain parts where I was looking at, like, let's say the opening credit with Mia and the baby. I was like, okay, I can see Mia's face pretty good. The food is like, looks like kind of detailed. The parts with like the darkness, the OLED is killing the darkness. It's killing the screen. It's killing the brightness. Good job in that department. And some of the monsters, once they're close to you, you really can see, like, oh wow, look at the details. Like the crows that were hanging, I could see inside and see the guts. But it's still a little wonky and janky for me. I don't know, maybe some updates would help. The tracking was a little wonky in certain situations. Trying to get the room scale, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's just me. The room scale was so small. I made it big, but it was still small, and that chose seated. I could just barely move my arm like this, and I was like close to the barrier. I'm like, what space do I have then? And this is a big room. Village definitely is scarier, but trying to get the guns and all that, I had an easier time doing that on the Oculus with Resident Evil 4. Moving on to Star Wars, Tales of the Edge, whatever. Graphics, not that great. It looks like you're looking at like a pop-up paper or something. Like, it doesn't look like, I don't feel like I'm like really in there. You know, it just has all the little, you know, knickknacks. Like, you can grab this and grab that and wow, you know, but like, I'm a graphics person. I didn't feel too immersed, to be honest. Unfortunately. I mean, like, it was okay. Like, it's like, I don't know if I want to beat the game, though. That's the thing. I don't know if I want to beat it. Kayak Mirage. I got that because I know it's supposed to be like more of a visual thing. It's okay. Like, I'm playing these things, and maybe because I'm just like, I've been wanting something that's going to just blow me away. Like, this is the future. And I just feel like we're still like behind and still a little outdated. Like, yeah, the water was pretty, but like, I still don't, I think for people who's playing things for the first time, their first time in VR, they'll be blown away. But I'm just like, okay, and then it's a boring game. Like, I think it's just for visuals. I'm like, okay, after so much kayaking, I was like, I'm done. Oh, Gran Turismo 7. Okay, now that was pretty decent. Now, driving is a little blurry, as in driving in general. Things be blurry around you, right? But the inside of the car, the arms, the detail and all that, that's great. That's the best part of it. The inside of the car, the details, the way you look. That game, you can see things really good. The little mileage and all that, really good. So kudos to that. Horizon Call of the Mountain, which is supposed to be their showcase game to get people to come in. I'm not blown away. My mom then played it. They had a good time. But then they are older. They don't know better. But I'm not that blown away. The colors are beautiful. But then the visuals for me are still like, I'm not feeling like I'm a part of the world. I feel like I'm looking at images. And I hate to say all this because I want people to be excited about getting this so that they can push VR to the next boundary. Y'all might get it and y'all might be blown away. But like I was like, for instance, climbing, looking at the waterfall, I'm thinking I'm about to be like, wow. And I'm just like, oh, it's a picture of a waterfall. I didn't really feel like I was high looking down. I didn't feel like I was high in the sky. I feel like I was just like there. Shooting and, you know, the enemies or whatever, hard to do. Trying to get the bow and all that. But I'm sure that'll get better with more practice. The movement of trying to run with your arms feels a little off-putting to me, so I changed it to just controls. That's another thing with these games, especially Star Wars. The camera is horrible. Trying to walk and then turn the camera so you could look, it was like, and it didn't want to really turn all the way. And I'm just like, what is going on? I'm hoping that there'll be some patches for these games. And then I was like, oh, look at Aloy. Because, you know, you get to see Aloy and some people in Horizon. And they were kind of blurry. I'm like, is it just my system? I'm looking all up in there and I'm just like, it's blurry. Unfortunately, I didn't really get to see her. The painting on the wall, you know, that they showed in the demos, whatever, wasn't that great. Like, it wasn't as smooth. I had to really, to draw. The Shade is the best two looking games, for my opinion, besides, you know, Gran Turismo within the car, was Cosmonious High and Moss Book 2. Cosmonious High, I got it because it reminds me of like Job Simulator. And it's really colorful, really vibrant. The graphics are pretty good there. Like, everything looks like clear. Maybe because it's such a cartoony game that they don't have to worry about making it look too realistic, and that's why the graphics look better. But it's like really interactive and all those things. I don't like the point to where you want to go teleportation thing though. I would rather be able to walk around freely, but they have the teleport thing, which I don't care for that personally. So, but that was fun. And then Moss Book 2, probably my best game that I don't mind beating. I want to get back into that game and beat it. It's so, the first one I remember, just like Astrobot, you're like this person watching this, like, it's like you're watching a movie, but you're controlling what goes on. And just controlling the little mouse was so adorable. Like, I'm like, wow, and the graphics were really pretty good. And I'm like, yeah, great. VR seems to work great in this. I'm just hoping that maybe some more games come out that's going to blow me away, or maybe an update to the system. As of right now, I was even thinking about, should I return this? Because I'm not blown away. Oh, I'm so sorry. I know people that probably tuned into this don't want to hear this, but if I had to give it a 1 to 10, for me, this is me personally, I'm going to give it maybe a 7. Besides like certain moments that are like, oh, cool. But certain moments. So I know this has been a long kind of like, you know, review, but thank y'all for watching. If y'all would like to tip and support, please do. Press the like button, subscribe if you can. And until next time, maybe I'll do some gameplay and post it. Stay beat, stay beautiful, most importantly, stay blessed. Kimacho or Kimochi. Bye.